Dormmamu is a zoner, and he honestly has some of the best movements that a zoner can have. He has a teleport. He can teleport be in front of you, behind you, or above you, like almost directly above you, and it's very tricky to tell exactly like what side they're on. He's got very specific like projectiles. The light, medium, and heavy cover like different parts of the screen. So this is the light dark hole. That's the medium dark hole. That's the heavy dark hole. The light liberation. This is the medium liberation, and this is the heavy liberation. Basically, the heavy ones are always going to cover the full screen option. Yeah, full screen away. He's got dark matter, which he can cancel into like flight, cancel into anything else that he wants. Dark matter is like his best go-to move. If you don't know what to do when you're full screen away, just do dark matter. Like it forces the opponents to like jump over it. It forces action. He has flame carpet. It's 5 projectile hits and OTGs. So if you're in the ground, yeah, it OTGs. I actually have a really cool trick with that's very specific to Wolverine. I'll show you that later though. He's got a really good move with this right here. He charges up, and it might not seem like much, but he also has another one. The power of the creator and the power of the destructor. After the third one, if you charge again, he releases. He has different moves that he can do. If you go by all levels, he has level 3 meteor, level 3 inferno. He has level 2 meteors. He has an explosion. He has for the 1 red. He has a bigger explosion for level 2, and he has a giant explosion for level 3. He has three spikes for the 2 blues. He's got 1 spike for 1 blue, and then he has this move with the 3 blues that locks down the character. So if they don't have any way of getting off of the ground, they cannot jump. So they stay grounded. They stay on the ground. They cannot jump. Most characters can find a way to get out of this though. If they have like a Shoryu, they can get off the ground, or if they have like another way of getting off the ground other than jump, they can get off the ground. So there are ways around it. So it's not 100% useful. That's probably the least used. It does an OTG, but yeah, it's really good for like combo routes if you can, and like keeping people away. As you saw, those projectiles are probably some of the best in the game. Speaking of one of the best projectiles in the game, he also has Chaotic Flame, which is literally like a full screen, full covering move. Yeah, it's really strong for calling out certain characters like Virgil. If he does that and then he tries to block, you can actually just counter it by the Chaotic Flame, the activation. So that's really good. If Virgil isn't near you when he activates, you can totally just blast him and he can't do anything about it. Yeah, he's got interesting combo routes. If you have like charges already, like that. Yeah, a lot of his combos are very interesting if you have the preparation done, like the spells casted and everything. It gets very intricate. It gets very specific, and yeah, overall he's gonna try to keep you away. Once you get close, he's just gonna try to teleport away from you, and he's just trying to try to keep you out. He also has Stalking Flare. This move is very, very good. It doesn't go away if you tag out, and as you can see, it tracks. So if you try to run away, yeah, it's gonna chase you. So yeah, he's a really good zoner. You want to pick him if you like zoners and you like spell casting in your games. Yeah, that's he's very good at that. Another really cool thing where he starts to get very intricate is once you start getting like specific combos for him. He has a very specific combo against Wolverine. I'm going to try to land it. I'm going to try it a couple times to see if I can land it. So yeah. So that combo just without assist is a very specific Dormmamu combo on Wolverine. Honestly, it's a crowd pleaser. If you can land that in tournament or at any point, the way Zach Bennett has, you will forever be immortalized. He's intricate in the sense with his spell casting, but everything after that is kind of straight to the point. He's just gonna be a really good zoner, and yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. I used to main him back in the day. I definitely recommend if you like zoning, if you like that kind of strategy. The only problem is that he does have kind of not the best movement, but he makes up for it with his with the fact that he can plink in the air, and his teleports are kind of really fast, and they're in a spot where he can't really be punished. Yeah, it's not that easy to punish him. Even if you know it's coming, it's just not the easiest thing to punish him. Unless your opponent commits to like an offensive move after it, like coming in with like this or something like that. Yeah, it's just it's not that easy to punish if your opponent just teleports and kind of dashes away or holds back and stuff like that. Like it's kind of difficult. But yeah, he's most likely best second. He is very strong as an anchor. Just those two together, that's like almost half the life. And then you couple that with like this stalking flare, and then he does have the ability to go high-low. So he's not completely the worst up close, but he's not the best. His normal nullify projectiles, so that's pretty cool, and his launch nullifies projectiles as well. So if someone's throwing a whole bunch of projectiles your way, you can like call your assist and nullify their projectile and kind of counter zone. He's very solid. He's very solid. I think that he isn't like up there with the best, but he's definitely very, very solid. If you're really good at zoning and you're very good, and you're not gonna get the really bad teleport because you tried to do casting, because that can happen. And Marvel is such a fast-paced game that you hold back for a second, and then you do casting, and you accidentally get a teleport that you didn't want, and it just messes you up. That's the reason why I dropped this character. But if you can control that and you can control him, he's very, very solid. So C.Viper is the most execution heavy character in the game. One of the most, just to function, this character, just like to function and have like a presence from full screen away, you have to like tiger knee, you have to like get your tiger knee shoryus down, like just to have a presence, right? Like, and this is like level 1 stuff, you know what I mean? She also has she also has this beam that she shoots from her eyes, which is basically like a little bit of like a little like, hey, you guys wanted a Cyclops? Well, too bad, he's not in the game. But you know what? C.Viper is, so play him. So yeah, she has like some of the most like execution heavy stuff. Just her basic class combos. Like obviously you can do like the most like easiest stuff like that, but like once you start getting into her medium to advanced combos, like the execution gets really heavy. And yeah, so like you can do a lot of crazy stuff with her, honestly. Like she's got like really good pokes. Her seismos are jump cancelable, so you can cancel seismo into seismo by jump canceling. So yeah, it's not easy to do. She has burn kick, which she can cancel into she can cancel all of her specials with the S. She's very strong from like this range right here. If somebody is really, really good, like really, really execution heavily good, they can approach with seismos. So this like pretty instant, and then you jump cancel into focus attack, into dash cancel into another seismo. So it's something like this. I've seen people go for like double seismo here, and then they'll go into this. Like the stuff that you can do with this character is crazy, and like all of that is just to get her to function. You pick this character if you really want to like train your hands to be very, very execution heavy. Like if you like execution heavy stuff, you'll love her. Her only problems are that she's in Marvel, and like she's not that broken. She's kind of fair, but she's still really, really good. But like she doesn't have anything that's completely like, forget what you're doing, I win neutral now, you know? So like the most that she has is this, So that's her EX Thunder Knuckle. It causes a crumple state if it hits. Yeah, it costs a bar, and it's kind of her move that she throws out if she ever feels like she wants to like really just win the neutral at the time. Yeah, it's really good. It has really good priority, and the hitboxes on it are really good. So it's really good. It moves her full screen away. The only problem is that obviously it costs a bar, so if you don't have the bar for it, you don't have access to this move. So you want to always be stocked up on at least 1 or 2 bars with her if you want to throw those out. Definitely try to like have 2 bars, as you can cancel one EX move into another. So you can cancel into Seismic Hammer. And the cool thing about Seismic Hammer is that, you know, regardless of when it hits in the combo, it's always gonna be a soft knockdown. So yeah, as you can see, like it's really easy. You can like combo that. Yeah, it's always gonna be a soft knockdown. So yeah, that's really good if you wanna like, if you think people are like trying to attack you after your Seismo, your Thunder Knuckle, because it does go full screen. But if they try to like attack after, like that, you can catch them with that, and then confirm possibly. You can confirm off of that. She also has EX Burn Kick. That move's really good. If you are not blocking high, you will get hit by it, by the starter hits. I think there's about 3 or 4 hits before she actually goes into the Burn Kick, and those are actually high. So that can catch people off guard. Let's say they're not blocking high. Let's say they're blocking down back. Like, they can get caught by that. Yeah, you go into full combo off of that. In the air, it actually has an interesting property where it causes a soft knockdown. Let's say you're all the way up in the air. As you see, it causes a soft knockdown. Yeah, very interesting move. Very interesting property that they gave that to her. It makes for interesting combos, really cool combos where you like come back down like that. Right. That's like it's really fun. Her combo routing with that. Yeah. So the reason why I say that her biggest problem is that she's in Marvel and that she's not that broken is because other characters, like the tippity top tiers, they kind of all have answers for her, or they put her in a position where she can't utilize all of her assets in the way that she would like to. Yeah. So let's say, for example, like Magneto, what he's gonna do to try to get away from her is just get away from her. It's just run away from her. Just fly away and run away and make it so that it doesn't matter if she uses her EX Thunder Knuckles. Like, you're not gonna be, Magneto isn't gonna be close enough for those to be utilized or anything like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she has to like spend bar to try to chase him, and yeah, just yeah, it's one of those things where like even like the top tiers, like let's say Virgil, for example, like Virgil will literally just put her in a position where she has to block, or she, you know, Virgil just has swords, so no matter what, like you're not EXing through that, you know. You might be able to catch him with a with like a EX Thunder Knuckle maybe if you hit it right, but I guess not. I guess Virgil's just too good. Swords are just too good. But yeah, that's her biggest problem, is that she's in Marvel. She's an amazing character that requires high execution and is very fun. It's just the rest, like the top tiers, just put her in a position where she can't utilize all of her tools to the point where she wants to, and the point where she's going to be playing a winning game. Lots of fun though. I don't mean to make her sound bad. She's definitely not bad. She's great. She's awesome. She's so much fun. Guys, yeah, definitely give her an opportunity if you're looking to pick up a character that requires a lot of execution. It's a lot of fun, 100%. Don't shy away from it. So Haggar is a wrestler. He's the wrestler, the grappler of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Basically, what would happen if you put Zangief in Marvel, made him from Marvel? He's got like the same half circle pile driver sort of move. And he also has Lariat. This move right here is really good. It's what separates him from like a lot of characters that are just kind of ground-based characters. It's like a 10-0 matchup against everything. Like if someone's gamut charging at you, Lariat. Someone's helmet breaking you, someone's running up on you with claws, anything. Lariat, it's a 10-0 matchup. If it hits, it's a 10-0 matchup. If you block it, who knows? It's really good. It's his best assist. So yeah, just on hit, it's a hard knockdown. On hit as an assist, it's a soft knockdown, but still very good. It has a lot of potential. So yeah, he also has Violent Axe. This one's good for like actually it's good for cross ups in the corner. You can like dash up and it goes underneath everybody and it launches them up and he gets a full combo off of it. So that's pretty good. He's got like comeback potential with that. This one's good for like extending combos, and then the H1 is also good for extending combos. But he also has a couple of other moves, like the really good one is a Hoodlum Launcher. Like this is the light version. You can block it. The medium one you can't block though. That's why it has like a little charge on there. The H1 is a aerial command grab. So basically, like if somebody has the read with Haggar and he goes for one of these, you're getting tossed. That's the scary thing about Haggar, is that if somebody has the read, like he's basically like a wall of hitboxes, and all of his moves, like look at Hulk, like stand there like, oh damn, like realizing like I just got hit. Like he's there for a hot second. Like look at all those moves. Like you got Pipe, you know, all of his normals have like a crazy amount of like a stun. You know what I mean? Like Haggar's there for a good second. He's like he doesn't know what's going on. He's unconscious at that moment. He also has this like spinning move at the end of the combo. It's really good for like extending combos and getting extra damage and extra meter at the end of combos. But yeah, he's got like a really good move. He's got pretty decent range in terms of like for a grounded character. He's got Pipe. That's like his main approaching tool is Pipe. If he gets a hit with that, it's like a free pickup. By the way, Hoodlum Launcher is really scary for like when he's confirming launcher. Like light Hoodlum Launcher, and like it connects, like it's crazy. Like from like this range, it's pretty crazy. So he's basically like a walking like hitbox. Like he's constantly putting out hitboxes. His falling medium, his falling H, they're constant hitboxes. Like he's from like over here in the top rope and it can hit. Bam, see? Yeah, he's pretty scary. If you get hit in the air by his headbutt on counter hit, it puts you in like this weird OTG-able state. It's like the only instance where you can get like an OTG with any move. There we go. Yeah. So if like every Haggar woke up tomorrow and knew how to plink and use them successfully, like he would go up in the tiers for sure. For sure. But yeah, once he has you in the corner, it's kind of hard to escape him unless you like super jump or you have some way out, like a teleport or a super jump fly away. It's kind of hard to escape him because he's like, you don't want to go up again. You don't want to push up against him because of Lariat 10-0 matchup. By the way, you want to run away. You try to get out. Yeah, he's pretty scary. I like to say that if you're in the corner, if Haggar has you in the corner, the Marvel gods, they turn their back on you. They just accept what's gonna happen. Let's see. He can stall in the air with his command grabs, so that's a nice little touch right there. You got Mansplosion. That has like a projectile. It's like an invincible projectile, like an explosion. The explosion actually is like a hitbox that hits after. It's so tricky to block and like punish. So he's definitely got like some tricks to him. His support value is what big reason to play him though. If you're playing like a keep away character or you just want a situation where you are winning neutral, you call assist. And Lariat is like a soft knockdown and it just protects you. It's really good, and I think it's a big part of what makes him worthy of winning 2 Evo medals. I mean 2 Evo championships, excuse me. Let me put some respect on that name. He has pretty good damage. He can do 1 million just by himself. Well, not by himself, with assist, right? But yeah, with him on point. Yeah, it doesn't kill Hulk, but yeah, he can get up to 1 million by just with a couple of bars, just 2. Builds pretty good bar, and yeah. Let's see. His big problem though is that just like he gets kept out, just like most grapplers. If you can keep him out, it's rough times for him. It's like he's down in the dumps for sure. Like the tiers and the matchups dictate that. So yeah, it can get pretty hard for it can be a hard life for a Haggar player sometimes. But hey, maybe sometimes you're a Evo champion. So you know, it's give and take. Yeah, he's not bad though. He's a pretty good character in my eyes. Just as a zoner, I see him as someone I just stay away from, and we're cool. We're cool like that. So, yeah. So Firebrand is literally a demon. He is a winged beast that is after you, and he is definitely one of the villains of this game. Yes, he has a unblockable move that is literally unblockable. It doesn't matter what you do. If you get hit by this, you're fucked. Yeah. You're cooked. Like literally, it's unblockable. And then he can combo off of it pretty easily. I just am not really good at this character. Yeah. But yeah, he can combo off of it. He can he has this very specific way of doing getting his projectiles out. He wall clings and then he gets them on the wall. If you can use this, couple that with his luminous body, like it's very strong. I'm not doing it perfectly, and it's not really being shown effectively because Firebrand is so small that he doesn't need to duck under it. But if you were able to master this and get it perfectly, it's very, very good against characters like Magneto, Virgil. It just basically it hits them right in the face, and yeah, it's very strong. He also has these he's like teleports, and the first one is like a fast fall, very strong. You can go for like crazy mixes, crazy high lows. He's basically, the way you want to think about him is he's basically Wolverine with his offensiveness and the way he moves, but with a better projectile, with a projectile. Wolverine doesn't even have projectiles, and a flight. Yeah, his flight isn't really used from that much. He can't plank or dash out of his flight. That's why he uses these maneuvers here that he has. These are really, really good, mostly for going in. And then also, if he gets you blocking, he can make you block consistently. So yeah, he can, with that move, he completely nullifies push block. And so from there, he can decide whether or not he wants to go high or low. If you're in a situation where you're blocking him, yeah, good luck, buddy. Like, good luck. And then he puts on luminous body, and then you just go legit. You just go ham. Yeah, you just go ham. It's really, really strong, and if you get a hold of it and control it, it's really, really good. He can set up his unblockable on incoming. We've seen players like Apology Man set it up like that. There's legit nothing you can do on incoming. I don't know exactly the timing. It's very specific, but if you can get a hold of that, if you can do that, that's basically a 300% game if you get the hit and you can play it right. That's what makes this character a villain for sure. He's literally a demon. He also has this move right here. If he didn't have his unblockable, in my opinion, if he didn't have his unblockable, he would still be really, really good because of this move right here. This move, if you like, it's a hit grab. So even if you don't get hit by it, he can still jump up and grab you. He does have a way of comboing off of his air grabs and his regular grabs. He can take you to the corner. That's what it's used for. He literally takes you to the corner, and if you're already in the corner, I think he takes you away from the corner. I'm not sure exactly how it's done or what the properties are, but he can take you away from the corner too if he wants. It's like a specific thing. But yeah, this character is very strong. He's got a high-low. He's got a high-low game. And then if you get them to block a move, Yeah, he's just got so many ways of opening people up. He's very scary for sure. Very good. M.O.D.O.K is a zoner in this game, and he is possibly the most counterintuitive character to play against in the whole game. The reason being, one of the main reasons being, is that he has the ability to go high very easily and very quickly with this, like this, or like with his overheads. They're very fast, and it's actually his low that's the slow thing that you have to react to. So against most characters, you react high and you block low. In this case, you react low and you block high with M.O.D.O.K. So even if you're in a situation where you do know the matchup, even then M.O.D.O.K is still a very good character and can still hold his own against a lot of characters, even playing fairly well against Zero. If people don't know the matchup, then you're probably going to lose if against somebody that is very good with M.O.D.O.K. If you don't know exactly what he wants to do in all of his moves and everything, it's very difficult for you to approach him and beat him if you're not sure exactly what he does. More so than other characters for sure. One of the main reasons why is because of this move, Barrier. It nullifies other projectiles, and it also acts as like it's like soaks up hurt boxes. It's very interesting. So it doesn't matter what Hulk does. It doesn't matter how many projectiles you throw at it. It doesn't matter how many moves you throw at it. As long as something isn't a super, it will eat it. It will soak up the move and it will eat it. M.O.D.O.K can pass through this and punish the entire time. He also has really good normals to poke outside of it. So he's standing normal. It's like a perfect spot to be in. He also can poke with his heavy normals, his heavy command moves. Yeah, he just wants to make sure that you are far away from him and that he controls the pace of the match. For the most part, you can keep away and then go in with when missiles are incoming. It's a very strong strategy, and the reason why it's so good is because this move, Sonic Blaster, is kind of like Magneto's Disruptor, EM Disruptor, except it has even more knockback than EM Disruptor. So that's really good. We were about facing each other, and we went from facing each other to now full screen away. So if you get hit by that, it's very, very good. It's very, very good for M.O.D.O.K. Yeah, he has that move. He has Balloon Bomb, which he can place very strategically, kind of very specifically. One for anti-airing, and it stays in its place. And then the other one on the ground, which is it's a good zoning tool. And then he has the H1 that follows almost full screen. I think it hits Hulk because he's so big. Yeah, it hits Hulk, but if you're playing an average sized character, it doesn't hit full screen. It just tracks. And it doesn't matter if you do this in the air. He can do these in the air, and then he can act out of it after. So pretty good stuff. Just pretty good. Kind of privileged in my opinion. Just kind of really good. He also has analyze cubes. The light one is very good. It's kind of like I guess you can say it's Peacock's light bomb. George goes out or something like that. You can kind of just place it there if you know somebody's coming in with like an 8-way air dash or something. You put it out there, and even if they get like a hit on you. So let's say for example here you have Dr. Doom. He's gonna come in and he's gonna approach, which is one of the only ways that Dr. Doom can approach M.O.D.O.K in this scenario. Other than foot diving, just straight up in the air, which is kind of unsafe. And if you block it, you can get push blocked away very easily. If you know that Dr. Doom is coming in at that angle, and yeah, you can kind of just put an analyze cube there, and it just completely stops him from doing his whole thing. It stops him from confirming off of it, and you can kind of set it up for that. It's very good for that. Anti-air, yeah. For someone like Magnova that wants to box dash in on you, you can use medium analyze cube as like a very good anti-air. It's kind of good. It's kind of good for defense like that. And the way it hits, like the way it works and the way it hits, it's very good for confirming. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but you can confirm off of it. It's very good. You can also use it for as like an offensive projectile. A lot of the times I'll have situations where somebody is in this scenario where I have them pressed up against the corner and they jump, and I don't want them to jump because I want them to get hit by maybe goop or something. I put it there, it catches them, and then like that, it puts them back on the ground, and then you can start your pressure and all that. It's very good for situations like that. And then the H one is just the farthest one away. It's very good for poking, a lot of specific scenarios where you can use it. Honestly, this character is kind of like very specific, so a lot of very specific things that make him really like good. And if you know the scenarios and other people don't know them, you're like 100% gonna get a very like shock value, and that is huge in terms of getting the advantage in like a tournament set or something like that. If you can shock your opponent like that, you have like the edge, you have like the element of surprise. That's basically a lot of this character, what this character used to be, going back and like playing this character in tournament back in the day. A lot of the element of surprise. He also has other things, like he has EX moves. Depending on whether or not you get these analyze cubes, M.O.D.O.K gains levels of understanding. The bigger his fire gets, basically the more he has. I think he can land 13 or 12 total, and he stocks up 13 or 12. Yeah, he has EX barrier. That's a bigger barrier that's out there for I think 1 more second. I think it's like 5 seconds or 6 seconds. I'm not sure. He has EX Sonic Blaster, which causes a staggered state, and then he has this move, which is the most broken move in the game, Jamming Bomb. If that move hits you, up is down, down is up, left is right, and right is left. It's literally like you, for like 5 or 6 seconds, you legit don't know how to move. Like you are drunk off your mind. Like you just cannot, you don't know what to do. And yeah, just yeah. If you're able to be self-sufficient and land the move like that, you can snap out and go for an incoming. And yeah, yeah, you can like do a lot of really cool stuff with this character. A lot of people have gotten used to him, and I've seen a lot of people that they say that they want to pick up this character because they see somebody else play the character, and that inspires them, and then they try to for a day or two or maybe like a week, and then they give up because the character is very unorthodox. And I just have to say, just stick to it, honestly. Stick to it, and you'll definitely get a hang of him eventually. You just have to stick to it. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but playing this character is also very fun. That's the reason why I play this character. And yeah, it's just yeah, he has a lot really good damage. If he gets levels of understanding, he gets access to a Sonic Blaster, which he can shoot Sonic Blaster. But check out this damage difference here. Check out this damage difference. This is max strength, max power. No mashing. You can't mash it. Look at that. That did like more than half of his life. And if you were to do it without any levels of understanding, it does like maybe like 10%, 15%, even less. It's very little. So getting those levels of understanding is very important for this character. Yeah, it's very important for M.O.D.O.K to get those levels of understanding to also. You don't need them though. He does have 2 other really good supers, and those are his yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention he has body attack. So body attack is his special, is his S and attack normal move. It's like a special kind of. Yeah. He uses it mostly for movement, getting higher on the screen, Sometimes it's not very often, not very orthodox to use it as like a situation where you approach more. It's not that safe. It's not that good in that sense, but you kind of can pressure with it a little bit. Maybe you can use it for option selects with like a certain assist. That'd be interesting. Yeah. But the way that special this is made into a special is he has like hyper battering ram super. He can loop these. He can loop these. This might drop. And yeah, like that does a lot of damage. You can put that if you have him on point, it's okay. He does pretty good. If you have him second, specific characters and specific combos can benefit off of M.O.D.O.K second. And some people, I think Screwbix might have run M.O.D.O.K Anchor. That can work out too. Especially with his element of surprise, he can definitely do some work in that scenario. Yeah, very fun character. Very unorthodox character. You have to do a lot to get used to this character, but it's definitely worth picking him up if you're into zoning and you like maybe like cheating, I guess, with the barrier, like sonic blastering, and you like the element of having to stockpile your analyze cubes. Yeah, very fun character. And another move that's really good is Goop from M.O.D.O.K. He is able to put this projectile out and fight cancel it. He's able to fight cancel most of his things either from native, just fight cancel, the move is fight canceled, or you manually fight cancel the move. You have to manually fight cancel the move, but it's a really good normal because it hits projectile. It's a projectile that hits, and it's good for starting your pressure. You can fight cancel and go into your full pressure, and then also once it hits the ground, it acts as a low. It's actually a low. So it also combos. In combos, it acts as an OTG, and is what makes what lets M.O.D.O.K get a little bit more damage than some of the other casts at just by himself. You can also set up for unblockable situations with this, like that. If you saw, it's very hard to tell exactly what's going on. Basically, the character is blocking low and blocking high at the same time, which you can't do in the game. So yeah, you can set up for unblockables with this move because it does act as a low, like that. And yeah, it's very good. Another thing that's really good about that M.O.D.O.K has that many people didn't know at first. Now we kind of do know. Most people do know, but if you can definitely get caught off guard with this, is that he has invincible reversal super that also acts as a command grab. Let's see. So if we have the character do this, it has invincibility throughout the whole time, so you can literally just do it point blank. It has invincibility on startup, and the invincibility doesn't go away until after he or goes for the grab, I believe. And yeah, it actually gives you 1 frame to jump out, but many people will use that 1 frame to X Factor, but because X Factor is 1 frame, you actually get into an even worse scenario because M.O.D.O.K will grab you right after the X Factor. So it's very good for that element of surprise that we were talking about. So Frank West is a character that can change his state throughout the game. He changes his state for the different amount of levels he gets. So if you go for a basic combo into OTG, you get level 2. And if you're able to take a picture, again, you get level 3. A lot of people, they won't play him on point because it's very difficult to play this character at level 1. He is so lovingly dubbed Frank Whack when he's in level 1 because he literally is just very bare. Yeah, he only has like little combo extenders. He's got this, which isn't too bad. He's got a zombie throw. The light one's the best. The H one takes forever to come out, and then he also has his charge move, which is zombie. Medium is faster than light, and the heavy one grabs. So you can like hit confirm. You can like confirm off of that. He has his obviously the picture take, the picture It like goes about like maybe like half screen or more. It has pretty good range. Like it hits from there, so it's pretty good. He also has this very interesting thing that he does where it's kind of like a taunt. He drinks. If you do down special, he drinks. And this makes it so that it's easier to, you get more value per picture, so you get more level up. You can get into level 4 here kind of easily with like a basic B&B. But the problem is that Frank West will throw up and it just leaves you open to attacks. You literally can't do anything when he's throwing up, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you can X Factor, but yeah, just you don't want to do that. You don't need to do that. A lot of people have found a lot of success with him with playing him second or third or another or whatever way it's easiest to get him to level 5, level 4. They'll do this. They'll go for a move that has a lot of hits or do a lot of hits with the character, and then they'll get him to level 4. Level 4 is where you want to be because of his chainsaws. He has really good air normals and normals in the like he gets a roll at level 2, and he gets this happy hat or server bot hat at level 3. Yeah, he also, I believe he gets these OTGs, and this is good for combos. Yeah, this character, he just wants to be at level 4, and he wants to like abuse his chainsaw normals because they're very easy to get. Yeah, they're very easy to confirm off of. Very easy to abuse. Like from here, he wants to like poke you, force you into the corner, and then like poke you with this, like that. And yeah, I don't know the full Frank West combos, but he can pretty much kill with like 1 bar, possibly 2 bars. But he gets a lot of really good damage off of these combos. Yeah. Yeah, he gets like a lot of really good damage with chainsaws and going for all that stuff. Mostly you'll want to play him second though. Most of the times you will be playing him second so that you can benefit off of the combos that you have, and even the best players, they'll find ways to get the level 4 and then kill the character. That's the most optimal route with Frank West, is killing the character while getting the 4 levels. And yeah, but definitely play him like second. He's best there. And yeah, just don't play him first because you won't be playing Frank West. You'll be playing Frank Wax. So this is Frank West. This is what you want to do. This is what Frank West does. That's Frank Wax. Got it? Good. So Strider is a whole ass ninja. So he is very strong. He is very fast. He's got fast normals. He's got really good normals with a lot of range. And he's got some of the one of the best air normals in my opinion. It's really good. Like look at that hitbox. Like that's crazy. That hits behind him. It's pretty much, it's really good. And what it does is it sets up for him to be able to mix you up. So with his double jump, it's like a really low double jump, so you have to like double jump really fast, and you can cancel into it and get like really crazy mix-ups, really nasty mix-ups. If you're crouching, like that hits like overhead, and then you can make a cross up if you do it low enough. It's pretty hard on stick, but like this character really benefits a lot from like hitbox. Plus, yeah, like you want to get those cross ups, and you just have to land those the double jumps. He doesn't just have good normals. He pretty much has like a lot of really good tools with his projectiles. He's got a lion and a bird, and then he's got a bird bomb. The bird bomb is really good. Like you can approach with it. You just like dash up and then you call it again. You dash up and you call it again. If you don't feel like approaching though, like that, if you don't want to walk your ass all the way to the other side of the screen, you literally can just say, "Oh, I'm here now," and he just teleports. He'll just teleport either behind you or in front of you, like this. That's the front one. And then if you want like a full screen poke at any given moment, and you think that it's gonna hit, like you think the opponent is gonna do something, you can Vajra, and you can confirm off of that. I believe it's really good. It's like a full screen poke, and that's like it's kind of like plays off of his teleport. Once you think that he's gonna teleport, he goes for this this move, or if you think that they're gonna do something, he does that. He does this Vajra. Also, another one of his full screen pokes is Ram. The H one is really good for poking people and stopping them from starting their game. The light one, it works well with like combos. It's like a soft knockdown that you want to get like combos off of. It's really good for combos. And then the medium one, I guess, is good for combos if you're in the corner. It makes them wall bounce, but you still kind of stay at a certain place where they're still in the corner. It's pretty good. He also has these running kind of, he runs up to you and he hits you with the sword, like that. It's very fast, and in X Factor level 3, it's like blazing fast speed. Like, he's literally just on you, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You can do that with the light one too, it's pretty good. But if you're gonna you have kind of trouble confirming off of it, I think it's like used for confirming with this, maybe. Like that. Yeah. He's got a lot of really good tools. He also has a foot dive. This is really good for like bringing it out if you can't hit with like with H. You just hit with this foot dive, and it's like you can confirm off of it and go into full combo as well. He's got so many ways to hit you. Like it's really good. Like he's pretty good. The only problem that you have with him is that he has the lowest health one of the lowest health in the game. He's second, and he also has no damage. So I'm gonna do a combo here. This combo, I'm going to use both my assists, and I'm going to use a meter, and it's still going to do like maybe like half life or something like that, like less than half. So yeah, if you notice, like I used the bar, I used both assists, and it did like almost like maybe a little bit over half health, and that's just kind of the amount of health that Strider gets from like one of his regular combos. Most optimal what are the other optimal combos? They'll do more damage, but he still is gonna have to reset if you want to kill by himself. This is why on point he needs to optimize a lot and go for many mix-ups. And while it's possible, it's not impossible. He has the tools to do it with his teleports and everything like that. Like he's got the tools, but yeah, it's just tough. It's just more difficult than playing another character that can kill off of anything. So if you're playing this character, you probably like him. You probably definitely like him, or like to go fast and play ninjas and be an assassin, and that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, one of the things that's really cool about him is that where he teleports, it makes it very difficult to punish. And since he's going to come down with H anyways, if you go up and try to grab him, it usually option selects an air tech. So it's pretty difficult to actually punish him for doing this. So it makes that aspect of him very strong, and I think that was a deliberate thing that was done. In X Factor though, so in anchor position, he's really good as well. If you have 3 bars, you activate Ouroboros, you X Factor, you put Ouroboros on the screen, you go for your mix. I can't do it because I don't have the hands, maybe, but yeah, you kill, and then you go for another, and then you call Bird Bomb, and then you go for a mix. The only problem is that it's high execution to get all the optimal combos, and then for the most part, to kill that second character, you mostly are going to have to use everything and still not be able to kill all 3 characters with X Factor. So you're usually left with a team. You're usually left with their anchor with X Factor and tools like meter, and you have nothing. Maybe you have 3 bars. Usually that's usually how it goes. But for the most part, you're out of X Factor if you started to make a comeback. So it's really good, but it's not like Virgil where he can just run through the whole team. But overall, this character is really good. He's really fast. He's got good normals, and he's got all the tools to play the game at a high level. Rocket Raccoon is a trap character in this game, so he has the ability to put down traps. His first one is Boulder Trap. It drops a boulder on the enemy. There's a Claymore. It's pretty much just hits them, and the net trap traps them in a net. So yeah, he's got really stubby normals, really tiny normals, but he does have a pretty decent sweep. He's got like he has a sweep. Yeah, his standing medium just kind of hits regular, just hits you at the shin. It kind of hurts, I guess. And his crouching and his heavy normals are 2 guns at different angles. This one's kind of like almost a 45-degree angle. But it's not. It's really good for like just being annoying, honestly. and it kind of hurts. Like it adds up over time. Like you can just kind of like do stuff and throw it out there with little risk, and it's kind of just like really annoying because it's hard to. You're already kind of like. It's already kind of hard to hit and combo Rocket Raccoon. He will fall out of a lot of combos if you don't have specific combos for him. And yeah, he also has oil. He also has an oil bomb, which if you hit in the air, is causes like a little bit of like an explosion. So that causes like an OTG, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it causes like an OTG. His bear trap is his native OTG though. That's what his he OTGs with this move. And then he's got log trap. Now this right here, log trap, is probably the main reason why somebody would want to play this character. Other than Rocket Raccoon is just kind of fun to play, and he is pretty good. He's really good in terms of like, you know, because of these two moves, log trap and this move, Mad Hopper. This Mad Hopper stays on the screen for like 10 marble seconds, 12 marble seconds, and it's here. You can just kind of chill. You can do whatever you want. You can just kind of put like more traps, be annoying. He also has this Spitfire. Yeah, his assists are pretty damn good for this reason, and I'll show you why. If you notice, watch. Ryu is gonna throw a Hadouken, and then I'm gonna do the log trap, and it is going to trade. See, the log trap goes away. It doesn't hit Ryu. Right? It disappears. As an assist, though, this move, it gets even better. It goes through the Hadouken and punishes Ryu. This move goes through like beams. It goes through like projectiles that you think it wouldn't go through. Yeah, it's just really, really good for that reason, and that's probably why that's like a big reason why people play Rocket Raccoon. Back in the day, it caught people like they weren't not ready to get hit by that move. Like they did not know about it. Yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. He also has Spitfire twice as an assist. Pretty good, decent kind of a tool for approaching. If you call this an assist, it's pretty good to approach. Yeah, so you can approach with it, and it goes underneath. It goes underneath most beams, so you'll have a pretty good time like approaching with it. Yeah, that's mainly what it's used for. And yeah, he has pretty interesting assets in terms of like he has this Mad Hopper that is for if you use different buttons, you actually shoot them in a different direction. I believe medium punch and light punch shoots them to the left. Heavy punch and medium punch shoots them to the right, and then light punch and heavy punch shoot them up straight up. So you can like set this up for like combos, so that you can do stuff like this, like that. You know, set up for interesting things to happen like that. Yeah, he also has the ability to hover, and if you use this with his jump, he can actually get really, really easy 50-50s, like high-low pressure, like this. Yeah. And then yeah, he has his level 3 you can combo off of. It doesn't matter where you are. I guess he like burrows underneath you and he traps you. Yeah. If you're on the ground, you're susceptible to getting hit by this. You can also super after it. It's pretty easy timing. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, you play this character if you enjoy kind of putting things down that won't be effective until later, and kind of just wanting to play a Rocket Raccoon and kind of play a small character that people are gonna find kind of, to be honest, a little bit annoying because their combos aren't gonna work and they're gonna drop out. Like if you want to take advantage of that, this is your character, you know. He also is one of the characters that people isn't sure what Rocket Raccoon did for a very long time, and he would catch people off guard, and they would find wins like that. I'm not saying that it's not real, but it's tricky. It's definitely tricky for sure. Yeah.